Yeah, forget them kids. I would have became Darth Vader if I lost her too. I love when Star Wars is PowerPoint transitions. My sister got an ultrasound and sent us this. I hate living in Romania. On guard. It's over, Anakin. I have the high blood pressure. I watched this entire trilogy twice and still have no idea what is going on. Still thinking about the day that Disney tried to hide the Millennium Falcon with shipping containers, but fans found it on Google Maps. My phone screen broke, maybe for the better. A broken screen to be sure, but a welcome one. If you look like this, DM me. Oh, you're looking for Amanda. Who's Amanda? Amanda Lorian. Literally cannot stop thinking about the phrasing of this. Would you rather look like Jar Jar Binks or talk like Jar Jar Binks? You are not allowed to end your life. Wow, they treated this young man very rudely. I hope this doesn't impact his future negatively. Imagine you straight smack someone and these things fly out of them. Four wrongs make a right. Who cares about this bad joke? That kid's name is Anakin when you wanted some KFC but ended up killing all the Jedi too. Who is this? Wrong answers only. A well-written character. They said wrong. Everyone talks about Obi-Wan aging between movies. Nobody talks about my man Kit. The Clone Wars changed him. There are more than 20 million sentient species in the Star Wars galaxy. Don't choose to be racist. That's 19 million. Revenge of the Sith paused at the wrong time. Honestly, the Star Wars saga is just the story of 3 generations of people bullying C-3PO. Can we hear a little commotion for the cake my little sister made me? This scene is so sad. Vader made a nice meal for everyone, and Han Solo just starts shooting like a meanie. My wife left her purse on a chair, and now it won't stop telling me to bring it Han Solo. I relate to Grievous a lot because as Obi-Wan pops up and pulls out a lightsaber, the first thing Grievous does is get naked. He has undergone 0 design changes since 1999. This is because he is without flaw. Excuse me, ma'am. Are you a Star Wars fan? No, I just think Baby Yoda is cute. Reddit out here breaking my heart by pointing out that the last words of Anakin heard from Shime, Padme, and Obi-Wan were all about loving him. Never forget the original Phantom Menace storyboards where Jar Jar Binks was big. Concept artists do not mess around. My son, 4 years old, who has grown up watching us talk to Siri and Alexa, thinks you can talk to anything that has a screen or is plugged into the wall. This morning, he told the toaster to order him a new Lego set. Yoda in the originals. Hee hee hoo hoo. Little creature I am. Ooh hoo. Yoda in the prequels. Backflip I do. Responsible for war crimes I am. There's something terribly wrong here. See Ezra in a Star Wars original series. Ah yes, my favorite Star Wars character. Jesus Christ. I will never not love the fact that Ray Park forgetting to take off his earrings before shooting his scenes led to Maul having a pierced ear in every single one of his appearances afterwards. What is your most obscure piece of Star Wars knowledge? They gave this random skull that Luke Skywalker uses to hurt people in Return of the Jedi an entire backstory spanning multiple books and comics. I texted a girl, hello there, and she responded with, General Kenobi, we've been dating for 2 years, just proposed, and she said yes. Thank you all so much for the support. The fact that McGregor's brother, Colin, is a pilot in the Royal Air Force and his aviator nickname is Obi-2 is my new favorite bit of knowledge. My friend saw these little guys at WonderCon. Whenever a cameraman was pointed at them, they began to steal stuff like the Jawas they are. So a friend of mine put up the flag on the left. A few days later, his neighbor across the street put up the flag on the right. Should I kill Miso right now? Jar Jar, after a really bad day. Who is this? Wrong answers only. Anakin Skywalker, Jedi Master. I just heard 2 kids playing outside and one goes, I do not fear the dark side. And then the other goes, you should. Then I just hear a whack noise and then crying. That is the sound of childhood happening. Sits straight up in bed. The Ewoks had a dress to give Layla in Return of the Jedi because they had previously eaten someone her size, saying, you need to calm down, lacking empathy, a rude command, stating the obvious, saying, good, let the hate flow through you. Affirmative of their feelings, confirms it's normal to be upset, helps them embrace the unlimited potential of the dark side. Literally just a picture of General Grievous made out of a fine collection of lightsabers. Would you rather have $30 million or 30 loyal friends? The hell am I going to do with 30 million friends? Me. Sith in 0 BBY. No, my wife is gone and I'm stuck in a machine for the rest of my life. Farmer Boy's destroying my super weapon. Sith in 4000. Wanna eat a planet? Yes. Opinion. Vader with no cape looks more menacing than Vader with a cape. Nah. Reminder that decades of Palpatine's careful manipulations and planning were almost ruined by Hondo Ohnanka. Do you think Chewbacca had a human Yeah, I don't even know why I'm reading this. And I I get why George Lucas hasn't responded to your email. Only took 43 years to finally see Luke in a cool lightsaber scene when you're trying to threaten Darth Vader. But who are you? Killed my father. I've killed very many fathers. You'll have to be more specific. Rey and Finn, when a dude they just met died. Luke, when he saw burnt bodies of people who raised him. Rise of Skywalker prequel proves Rey is a better Jedi than Anakin or Luke. I'm sorry guys, but Anakin is slapping all of us into a pit of lava, including Kylo. Did you press the stop button? No. Did you? No. How did he get louder the further he went down the shaft? Lol, he got more scared, idiot, so he screamed louder. This picture is honestly just so funny to me. He looks like he's having the time of his life, and I can't stop laughing. He did say he was looking forward to this in the next movie. Honestly, fighting Obi-Wan seems to be his favorite thing to do. This is so clean. I don't watch Star Wars, but I want to get this. Every single day, I'm thinking about this official Lucasfilm concept art of live-action Clone Wars, Anakin, and Obi-Wan every single day. Anakin, check out these moves, kids. You'll be seeing them a lot closer next year. Why didn't Moff just open the top hatch? Boys know nothing about heartbreak. Boys, during Obi-Wan's first few years in exile, he would often visit Anakin's mother's grave and apologize for letting her son turn to the dark side. Star Wars Jedi Survivor's installed size has increased from 130 to 155 gigabytes. I am increasing the install size. Pray I do not increase it any further. Liam Neeson says Star Wars is losing its magic due to spin-offs. Chewbacca has been around since Anakin turned to the dark side. Chewbacca has literally witnessed the whole Skywalker family messing up the galaxy. When Ben was born, Chewbacca was probably just like, can't wait to see how this one fucks it up. No wonder he's always screaming. Hoth team picture in 1980. We went undefeated that year. Hashtag memories. Darth Vader making the most epic entrances since 1977. I ordered a Han Solo bookmark on eBay. It arrived today. This is how it was packaged. I just emailed the seller to ask why this Catwoman DVD was included. Anakin watching Rey and Kylo break the only lightsaber he did not break himself from Force Heaven. I realized yesterday that General Grievous can T-pose and do it to him at the same time. Everyone, meet my Jar of Jars. His name is Jar Jar. When you shake it, Jar Jar clinks. Get out. R2 was at Leia's birth and her death. Star Wars peaks whenever there's an unhinged Vader scene. I fully believe Anakin would have listened to her, or at least heard her out, if he didn't see Obi-Wan standing like a bitch out for blood. Babe, are you okay? You've barely touched your Darth Maul hummus. Almost all of Anakin Skywalker's life was just a miserable nightmare. Boba was really the one dude to get in Vader's grill and say some stuff and not get choked out. Contrary to popular belief, George Lucas says Jedis are allowed to do the deed. Jedi Knights aren't celibate. The thing that is forbidden is attachments and possessive relationships. Imagine being a Jedi, just finished the deed. Shorty says I love you before leaving, and you turn around like, may the Force be with you, because I won't. Whereas Leia, my brother, there are so many things you can do the deed to on the internet. I told my daughter to grab her mask so we can go to the store. This was the mask she grabbed. Bullied kid refuses to fight back because it's not the Jedi way. The greatest character of all time. No, I'm not scared to say it out loud. Tripping kids as they run around restaurants to be made legal. Tatooine residents. They can't take Anakin. I need his free labor. Those dice were loaded. How did he win? I will never see my son again. Jedi, did you just steal a kid? Yeah, I think part of the reason Boba Fett was so insistent on helping Mando get the child back was because he knows what it's like to lose a father and didn't want Grogu to go through that. When you throw out the packaging of a microwave dinner and immediately forget how long to microwave it for. The sacred texts. Say what you will about the Ewoks, but they're the only people in the galaxy who have handrails on their bridges and stairs. The Empire calls them primitives, but the Ewoks have OSHA regulations and the Empire doesn't. So who's really more primitive here? I wish I was someone like Mark Hamill for a day, just so I could tweet something out like pickle and watch Twitter just explode. Pickle, 7-year-old me. Dad, can you help me make a gingerbread house for school? Sure, I can help. It won't be fancy or anything. A gingerbread house. So I got this idea for a Star Wars character. Great, go on. He's a Jedi Knight, but get this. He actually survived Order 66. Actor Liam Neeson has confirmed he will be putting down the dumbbells and walking away from his impressive career as an action star. In Star Wars, Rise of the Skywalker, Flash flashbacks show that child Rey had the same hair and clothes as adult Rey. This is a subtle way of showing how little character development she had over the series. Is Galen Erso technically the Oppenheimer of the Star Wars universe? Observing a serious discussion at a modern-day school of Athens, my 13-year-old son told me that when he hits 99 pounds, he wants to eat 1 pound of nachos on his own, so he can be 1% nacho. He is the chosen one. If I would get a nickel for an actor who played a Jedi and also the Joker, I would have 2 nickels. 3 nickels. Mum, can I be the pilot? Sweetie, Mum loves you very much, but she's waited 30 years for this, and I'll be damned if you get to pilot the Falcon before me. Overheard by Anonymous. Smuggler's Run in Galaxy's Edge, Disneyland. Soldiers are attacking my school. They're killing all my classmates and teachers, but it's okay. Master Skywalker is here. He will protect us. The least believable thing about Revenge of the Sith is Padme gracefully prancing while full-term pregnant with twins and tearfully begging Anakin to reconsider as opposed to waddling out of her spaceship and screaming, "What the fuck, Anakin? I'm about to go fight. I'll post the video after. I got beat, bruh. I'm not posting that." The masculine urge to cover your school in boss-ass recruitment posters. Do you think the Clone Wars series saved the prequels and that era of Star Wars? The fact that Leia named her son Ben makes a whole lot more sense now. This is a Skywalker family heirloom, so it is mine. No, I'm the real Skywalker. That's my grandfather's. Arguing over the dark saber. I want your lightsaber and your planet. Let us duel. Yes. Opinion. Jedi Fallen Order had a better plot than Jedi Survivor, but Jedi Survivor had better gameplay. It's a shame that we never got a sequel to the game that covered the Clone Wars Season 3 to 7. After seeing the Tales of the Jedi trailer, the only thing I can't stop obsessing over is how cool this Inquisitor looks. I almost want to root for him. When asked what Han Solo's favorite color is, Harrison Ford said, "I wish George Lucas would die." The fact that Lola doesn't die in the Obi-Wan show, but doesn't show up in the OG trilogy or prequels, implies that it got fucking nuked when Alderaan was blown up in A New Hope. As much as they wanted to, Obi-Wan and Ahsoka couldn't reach him. Only through Luke was Anakin finally freed. I keep thinking about Hayden and Ewan's face when the interviewer said she had a crush on Darth Maul. In your face, Kenobi. At this point, Disney should just hire the guys that make these. The final thing Obi-Wan sees before he dies is Luke and Leia reunited after 19 years, after witnessing their birth. If actors could build a team out of the characters they've played, whose team would be untouchable? Revenge of the Sith, but Padme is 8 months pregnant with twins and has no patience for Anakin's melodramatic having self, George Lucas. So you're going to hold the lightsaber like this and then strike at Christopher Lee. Have you ever killed a man, George? My granddaughter said, "This is Darth Vader's potty." Me, spawning after someone mentioned Star Wars. I'm literally Anakin Skywalker. On who would win in a fight, Prime Luke or Prime Anakin? It has to be Anakin. Of course it's Anakin. He's the chosen one. We should give all newborn babies numbers rather than names until they are ready to determine their own gender identity. Baby cries. The mother, "What's your tone? C27567. Wow, Anakin's neck alone would give him the high ground. Obi-Wan, "It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground." Anakin swiftly extends neck. Are we going to ignore the fact that Peter loves Star Wars but doesn't realize that Nick Fury is Mace Windu? Would you accept a trade for your 2020 Benz AMG? What could possibly be worth 140k? What do you absolutely hate hearing? Awful sound. Name a more badass movie character. Oh wait. Hi, where are you? Understandable. Take as much time as needed. Another great actor who wasted his life on drugs and alcohol. My master, do you know how Mace died? He went out the window. Dave is the king of taking cool looking but ultimately wasted characters and actually fleshing them out and making them interesting. Fun fact, this is the original Boba Fett. R2-D2 ain't a snitch. He knew Anakin was Vader, pretended not to know who Yoda and Obi-Wan were, and shut himself down when Luke didn't want to be found. No wonder he was trusted with the Death Star plans. R2 is the ultimate ride or die droid. Ride together, die together. My wife wasn't thrilled when I put this Lego Millennium Falcon on our wedding registry. To not seem completely self-indulgent, I told her I would wait until we had kids to build it. Today, after 10 patient years, the adventure begins. Fun fact, Christopher Lee's flip at the beginning of the scene was improvised. The script had Count Dooku walking carefully down the stairs, but the 83-year-old surprised cast and crew by leaping into the air with a front flip and landing perfectly. Cannot get over how Maul calls Ahsoka Lady Tano, all respectful and stuff, probably because he was raised in a matriarchal society, but doesn't have an honorific for Obi-Wan. Oh, so arrives Lady Tano, gracefully beautiful and a masterful duelist, so we meet again. Ah yes, Kenobi, the bastard himself. Luke, during this time, was an urban legend to the Empire. Remember, by the end of Return of the Jedi, he was responsible for the destruction destruction of 2 Death Stars. He was in a room with Vader and the Emperor. From the perspective of any witnesses, the Emperor never made it out, and he walked out with Darth Vader's dying, defeated body. He is the only known living Jedi left as he watches in terror as a cloaked Force-wielding figure with a lightsaber easily dismantles his army of dark troopers because he knows it could only be him. Liam Neeson apparently was a danger on set because the Jedis have like 4 basic moves, but he was so trained for sword fighting for Rob Roy, so he would wave his plastic sword in new and interesting ways that would not be choreographed but were traditional actual ways to fight with a sword. A man in Indiana made an AT-AT costume for his horse, intending to only get a few pictures before removing it. When he took off the headpiece, the horse got upset and insisted he put it back on, which made his horse happy again. Now, the horse isn't allowing him to remove any of the pieces. Whenever someone abbreviates Robert Downey Jr.'s name to RDJR, this is what I imagine. Star Wars Republic Commando was released on this day 18 years ago. To date, my proudest achievement. Incredibly talented team under almost insurmountable odds. Would love to get the gang back and rescue Sev someday. If we ever get young Dooku in live action, I think Christian Bale should play him. He's a great actor and could pull off his personality quite well. Question for the class. Revenge of the Sith is rated PG-13 and as such is allowed 1 F-bomb. Where would you put it? In Star Wars Clone Wars, Anakin and Obi-Wan visit a war-torn village. There are no men in the village. All have been taken by the enemy. Everyone is sad. For Interstellar, Christopher Nolan planted 500 acres of corn just for the film because he did not want to CGI the farming. After filming, he turned it around and sold the corn and made back a profit for the budget. Discussion. You can pick 1 Jedi and 1 Sith, legends not included, to help you defeat a battalion of clones. Which 2 are you picking? This is the hardest image I've seen. I swear, the Lego Star Wars, Lego Batman, Indiana Jones games, they were so good. If you are over 13 and play with Legos, you need help. This is fucking sick. I kind of broke it though, but yeah. Oopsies.